How wonderful are you today? Did you set your tone? Did you look at what was going on this morning before you put your feet on the ground, on the floor? Did you wonder about today? Did you start last night? And if you did you get a restful sleep? Or were you actually mithering about whether or not you would get a restful sleep because you weren't quite sure if you got the instructions right? Yeah, I know, that happens. It does. What's wonderful about Wednesdays? Well, it's interesting because Wednesday's child is full of woe, so they say. I don't know. It's a kind of a harsh thing to put on someone. I think the wonder of Wednesday, the Wednesday wonder, is actually allowing yourself to wonder how you're going to make yourself a little bit more at ease with things over the next few days. And hopefully what we're doing is we're starting a little bit of a habit here, where you can have 5 minutes of listening to me witter on about silly things. And it maybe makes you smile. It might even make you a little bit, what the hell is she saying? Who is she to say this? Well, basically I'm me. And I'm saying it because it kind of wants to come out that way. I understand what it's like to be stressed. I used to work in a very, very stressful environment. And it was an interesting place to be, especially when I was stressed for other people. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I'm wondering now how I actually managed to get through the day with what I was drinking as far as coffee is concerned. Like 2 full teaspoons of Nescafe granules, 2 sugars and some milk. That was kind of slammed into my hand as soon as I walked in the door in the morning, and I couldn't talk to anybody in coherent sentences until I'd had 2 of them. They always ended up cold because I was always doing something else. I wondered at that time how on earth I was going to get through the day, and then if I was going to get any sleep, because I would get called out. Yeah, nurses get called out too. So yeah, I know what it's like to be stressed. I also know what it's like to be still, to be calm. And I much prefer that. I really, really do. So I'm wondering if you're wondering how it is that you can do that. How you can go from being up here to being down here. For some it's easier than others. It does take a little bit of practice. It can take a little bit of habit forming, consistency, which is what I'm endeavouring to do when I'm doing this. I am mixing up the times a little bit though. Now from each page that this is being cross-posted onto, I have a slightly different audience. But at the same time, what I'm saying covers every page. We set the tone of what's going to be happening in our days. Our mood manifests the actions and reactions of others. So if we can understand how to change our moods and how to deal with our thoughts, then we can be the masters of our surroundings. Thursday Thoughts is what this will be about. Mastering your thought processes. Because it's that easy. Not. Even the best of us can have times when the brain doesn't switch off. We cannot find the off switch. There are reasons for that. Sometimes it's because we just forget to remember that we can turn it off. Now I wonder what's going to happen in the world, but I don't wonder about it too much, because actually that just makes me a little bit sad. So my best wonder is to wonder how I can actually keep myself balanced, and how I can keep myself calm, and how I can get a good night's sleep, because that's really important. The best way to deal with any kind of issues is to be able to get a good night's sleep. So wonder on the things that make you calm. Take time to have a wonderful thought or two. A wonderful, fanciful thought. I wonder what it would be like if I could do this. I wonder if it would be what it would be like if I could make something I've never made before. Do something I've never done before. Within the confines and limitations of what we're allowed to do at the moment, of course. However, within your head, in your mind, you can go anywhere and do anything. As anyone who's ever had a shamanic journey will be able to tell you, that basically this construct, well, where do you go when you dream, I wonder? The world is so full of a number of things. I'm sure we should all be happy as kings, queens, princesses, princes, whatever. The happy part is the most important part. I wonder when we stopped being able to just be spontaneously happy. Even if we didn't recognize it, we could possibly have been quite easily spontaneously happy. And that's usually when we were children. And I should suspect that's because children don't mither too much. Or at least we didn't. There was always something to catch our eye, something wonderful, something that made us wonder and curiosity. A butterfly, a bee, a snake. I was very into snakes at one point. Always wanted a grass snake. Got a rubber one, didn't really count. Wondering what it's like to be someone else though. That's a wonder too far. Wondering and wanting to be someone else. Listen, you're you. I'm me. And that's how it goes. However, it may well be that we haven't explored absolutely every facet of our personality and our way of being. I wonder what kind of journey that would be. Yeah, that would be something to wonder about. I wonder what I can find out about me that I didn't know before, that's going to make me feel really good about myself. Why don't you try that one for the rest of the day? I'll see you tomorrow.